You join me today in the middle of some work. I was a bit pissed off. This was the video that almost never happened. I was doing the induction kit and my video SD card filled up, so I went to download it onto a hard drive, and me being clumsy me broke the chip. So naturally I was thrilled. Bloody hell. Never mind, all was not lost. I did have some other footage from other cameras, and here are the hoses. Got them from autosiliconhose.com. These people, you could find them on eBay quite easily, and they've got a variety of sizes. And I say kit, this isn't a kit really. If it was a kit, you'd end up paying 4 times the amount what I paid. I paid £75 for this lot. I took my own measurements and just ordered everything here separately. This crankcase breather, I got a metre length hose for that, and the reason why I got an extra long hose is because, as you can see in this photo, this guy's kept it short. This hose here was short because it goes into the original VW filter, and all he's done is put the crankcase breather filter on top of that hose. The problem with that is that in the summer, when you're sitting in with traffic and you've got your windows open, you will get fumes coming from that crankcase breather straight into your car. So I thought I'd get a metre long and run it somewhere far away from the windows so we won't have that problem in the summer. The only measurement I can give you, which is this one here, the inlet throttle body measurements. Any hose, silicone hose between 63 and 66 millimeters, you're good to go. I think my one was 65 millimeters if I remember rightly, but everything else is completely arbitrary, depending on what sort of air filter you've got, and of course which way you're coming in. This one here looks like he spent some time on that. I love this one. This looks really tidy, and as does this. He's used a lot more pipe than actual silicone hose on that. Looks pretty nice, and he's coming in the same way as mine, and he's got some extra coloured hoses going on there, so he's done a nice job there. And this one here is very similar to the setup I've got now, with the flexible plastic hose going from the filter running down out of the car. And that's precisely the bit that I want to get rid of and have it all silicone with a tiny little bit of pipe. Clearly you need some help doing this. Fine, I'll go and make the tea. So now that we're up to speed after that little SD card calamity, let me show you how far I got. Which, as you can see, is not very far. We've put one hose on there with the CDA air filter. This clamp here is from my motorbike, my S1000, and it had an Akrapovic springs, and this was a spare spring, so I'm going to use that as support. It looks quite nice. I put that on a while ago actually. What else did I do before I broke the chip? Oh yeah, crankcase breather, run that all along here, and it's there. I don't know if that's the right place for that. Someone said it should be nearer the floor, but I don't know, it looks quite snazzy, so I thought I'd put it there. Any suggestions from the comments where that's got to go? I've looked on the internet and people have them here, they have them here. I mean, it's the same with this induction kit. They run it the other way around with hoses coming in this way, but I've chosen this way. And here's the old flexible hose that I had joining the air filter here and running down like that, and I just thought this looked a bit cheap, but I'm going to use this as a ram air system from the bottom, and we'll get into that a bit later. Took off this power steering reservoir bottle because the clamp was too long and the hoses are fitting pretty tight, so I've cut that down. So I guess we could start the video from here. Okay, just a few more hoses to go on. I had to cut down this pipe, we had to cut down the hoses. These are the extra bits that I cut off of these bits here because they were too long. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that, let me stick the light on here. You'll know that I put these on months ago, but they fitted so chunky in that I thought, you know what, let's take them off and sort this out properly. I've measured it up all now, properly cut the right lengths. We've cut the power steering reservoir holder, the clamp thing, to cut that much off there. There's plenty of space underneath there for hoses to go under, so I'm not going to disrupt anything there. Using these quality clamps, going to need these for the bottom ram air bit. This is the hose that comes from the air filter on. We're going to have this pipe and the other corner like that, so it's kind of like an S shape. This is the bit that's going to go into the hose that's going to go towards the floor and out of one of the front eyes on the spoiler that's going to cause that ram air. This is the camshaft pulley cover, and I was thinking, do I put that on or do I keep the 1970s stroke 1980s retro look? I'm not sure. Yeah, let's finish this job. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. Right, here's the bottom of the flexible hose, and we've come right up to the eye. Oh shit. We're going to butt it up to that eye that you see there with the mesh. That's it. This is the thing that goes onto the hose. So that basically is going to butt up to there, you know, from the other side obviously, and it's going to be quite nice. But I don't want to leave just a raw hole there, so I had a little idea. And for this little idea, I went and raided a pound shop. So at the end of the hose, I thought of putting some mesh to stop leaves, insects, and God knows what from going up there. But anyway, let me get this apart. So I want it kind of like that, and then bend these bits back so that it clamps it on. What do you think? What do you think? I mean, which way would the dome have to go? I mean, if it's like that, I suppose it's going to be catching more, isn't it? Oh, I don't bloody know. Alright, I'll figure it out. Okay, that's ready to go on. Dome's looking quite nice. Done it coming outwards. Put some duct tape around the net bit just to hold it in place while we clamp the hose on. Yeah, she's alright. Let's go and do it now. Lovely jubbly. Okay, now just got to get cable ties and slap them all over there. Right, that's all cable tied to the front of that eye. That's it. And that's not budging anywhere. That's not budging anywhere. Quite snazzy, isn't it? Right, I'm going to loosely slap this on just to sort of line it up and get where it's got to go. Remember, this power steering bottle has to go back on its clamp. Yeah, that pipe will travel. That's okay. Getting too old for this. I've got to stop climbing underneath cars all the time. So from Pulley's made-up ram air system, unique, copied from the Kawasaki trademark. Made use of the flexible pipe, and we've come up here and added new, more attractive ones. Another day, another job. Look at this. Yeah, lovely. Right, as promised, we was going to chat a little bit about the exhaust, and we might as well start at the top. Basic, standard exhaust manifold. You can get Cam Racing, I think it's called, which is a 4-in-1 manifold, but I've checked out the prices and they are so expensive. The downpipe runs along with no catalyst. Shh. When I originally bought this back in 2017, it had the normal exhaust, no cat, straight through pipe, followed by what I've got at the end now, which is, well, this hasn't even got a name. Ignore the Akrapovics, I wish. It's a tasty looking exhaust, really suits it. That's why I kept it on there. And back to the middle. So replace the straight through pipe because it was way too loud. put a power flow exhaust in the middle, followed by that thing, that blue thing at the end. That, let's call it no name from now on. And I'll tell you what, one thing I've discovered about this exhaust is that the noise is so bloody perfect. From the pop pop pops to the crackles of each gear change. And some other back pressure noises which I can't even resemble. Totally freakish, totally by accident. And what a delightful, pleasurable accident. Sometimes when there's an accident and it works in your favour, it's pretty smart, and this one's definitely one of them. I would have to arguably say that these engines are some of, well, probably the finest sounding German 16 valve out there. Don't know, am I crazy thinking that? I'll tell you what, why don't I shut up, go for a drive, and I'll let you be the judge.
Lupo not looking so good today, and neither is Zach. It's supposed to be July. Yeah, today washout. Doesn't matter. Third time lucky coming up here. Raining on both occasions. That GTI in front has got a Corrado engine with 210 brake horsepower and it weighs 750 kilos. That black GTI is going to bash the shit out of me. Okay, here we go, guys.